Hey guys, True Knight here. So tonight I wanted to talk about, as you can see in the thumbnail, my approach to a new format. Um, New format because we just got Infinite Forbidden, and Banlist is on the horizon within a short month. We'll see. So there is a prediction to be had there. I know a lot of the big name players and people are talking about how they don't think Banlist will happen until after YCS Sacramento. I kind of believe there will be. I think it'll be a surprise. I'm almost like wondering if we get an announcement like this week in August, beginning of August. It's currently the 29th when I'm recording this, but I'll probably post this out for like the 2nd or 3rd, and I'm wondering if we get an announcement by then. So, just because I think they know that the player base has no interest in going to a YCS that's the same format as Nats, because that was just dumb to watch. It was pretty stupid. So, I think they might want to change it up. It'll be the first event after TCG season, because now Worlds is happening. So it's their kind of chance to just like say, hey, let's make a new season. Which I think maybe entails for a new pricing or a new prize card. I can't remember. But anyway, I digress. What am I here to talk about? I'm here to talk about how I approach a new format, to give you kind of ideas, to kind of brainstorm. My whole time that I've been playing for the past 5 years is, that's not lifelong. I played before, but came back to the game in 2020, or 2019, sorry. Very end of 2019. Been kind of like a one deck Andy with Sword Soul, and then I'll mess around with like another deck that catches my mind. So I want to grow as a player. I want to become better. The channel's kind of growing and things like that, so I want to bring you guys more new stuff. So my approach to this format is I'm thinking about bringing 3 decks to the table. And I'm obviously thinking Sword Soul Fiendsmith, because I think it's just as strong as what Sword Soul had with Baron, now that we have the ability to go into Disarray or Apo or Wave King, things like that. Just the threat of it, like, anybody who knows me, when I talked about Sword Soul before with Baron, I would always tell you, apologies, I'm just making sure that the microphone's close to me. I would always tell you that Baron is not a necessity, but the threat of Baron is what's good. And when that got hit and taken away, it really put a damper on my thinking of Sword Soul, because that threat was no longer there. Players didn't really have a reason to fear Sword Soul before, so when you took away its best monster, now there was just no reason. And Fiendsmith has kind of given back that negation effect that you can kind of sit on turn 1, or you can make your opponent interact with before you even go into your main combos. If you guys like this video and comment like, hey True, we want combos of your Sword Soul deck, if we can get like 10 comments to say we want combos, and 15 likes on this video, I'll do a combo video to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about with Sword Soul. But anyway, Fiendsmith really brought that to the table, so I'm gonna rock with Sword Soul Fiendsmith. I'm heavily leaning towards Voiceless, because I think with a Banlist, Voiceless becomes strong. And I don't think it's just going to be pure Voiceless. I'm thinking I'm going to lean more into like branded Voiceless. And then I'm thinking about, it's kind of up in the air, but I'm debating on Tenpai. I think now that they've won EU Nats, they're gonna get hit and it sucks. So I'm kind of just like, should I just let the deck go? Or should I try it out? But I also want to try a different type of strategy, because I've messed around with synchros for 5 years. I loved Infernoble because it was very link heavy, but could also XYZ, could also synchro. It was really cool. However, it was a glass cannon, and anybody who knows me, I'm a mid-range player. I like having defense in hand, things like that. So it's really hard for me to think about what that third deck is. I've thought about Runic Whitewoods. I've thought about like Tenpai with the snake eyes that I saw at Nats. That was, or not Tenpai, but Vanquish. That was super interesting to me. However, I'm also thinking that Snake Eye is going to become a bit of an engine rather than a deck after this ban list, so I might just create a deck that has the Snake Eye engine in, a la Fire King, because we still haven't gotten that Fire King card that makes Fire King even stronger. And I don't think they're going to hit Wanted package because of the reprints and the tints, so I think Wanted is here to stay for another format, so that might be something I approach. And then my dark horse that I'm thinking about, which is another synchro heavy deck, but I'm thinking about, is Ice Barrier. Ice Barrier has been really fun. I've had a lot of fun comboing with it, learning the ins and outs, things like that. But maybe after the ban list, like, I don't know, I highly doubt, but like, for all we know, if Zodiac ever came back, oh my god, I would jump on Zodiac in a heartbeat. Still have the entire deck from 2016 when I had it before. It was the last deck I had before I left the game. And it's still a full build. 3 Dryadens, 3 Broadwool, 3 of everything. That's how I like to collect stones, 3 of everything. So it's funny, it's just been sitting in a deck box for 8 years. So we'll see. But that's kind of the way I'm approaching this new format, is 3 decks, one of which I already know inside and out, which is Sword Soul. Another one that I'll kind of lean just as heavy on to learn more, and I'm kind of debating on it being Voiceless Voice branded or something else. It depends on what happens with this ban list, right? So that's what we're kind of all waiting for. Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now is in a very quiet, like, lure, where everybody just kind of sitting wide-eyed, like, okay, what's the thing gonna be, you know? Does something come back? Does everything go, like, does everything get hit? Is it just the big dog and Snake Eye gets hit? Like, is there a surprise out of nowhere unban? Like, we don't know. So, one moment. Sorry if you guys noticed the skip in there. Just put my son to sleep, and then he immediately called me back down to tell him a good night story. If you're dads, don't ever skip out and tell them a good night story. Anyway, so yeah, my approach is I want to do 3 decks. I'll have my main that I'm always willing to fire off at a local. I'll have one that I'm wanting to learn and get better at, and then I'm going to have one that I want to test out. So it's just a matter of what I want to do, you know. But that'll be pretty much it for me here. I know it's short and sweet, but it's kind of like, for all you guys going into a new format and you're just considering changing out like 2 cards or something like that, like, challenge yourself, learn. Knowledge is power. So that's my message to you. But I'm gonna head out, be on the lookout for more videos. Again, get the likes and comments up, and I'll do combo videos, and we'll kind of go from there. So peace.